there's a lot of passion that I have for the business, or any owner has for their business, and to let someone else play with your toys in the sandpit as such is a hard and difficult at times, but you learn to adapt. When you're a contractor in New Zealand and you're miles away from everywhere, you're very reliant on your dealer having the parts. So we make our decision of machinery purchasing on the back of that.
Hey Andrew, do all these women talk so much about here?
They got rid of her.
We have techniques. Well, everybody, I have came to Quigley headquarters early this morning. We were sort of here just before the sun rose. Andrew, we're gonna take a look around this fairly big yard. I think we can't get away from the fact it's a fairly big yard. I know you're very determined to try to stay as humble as possible here, but that's going to be slightly difficult when you see the machinery. But what I basically just want to, I'm here myself and I've apprehended you this morning. I'm just going to take a wee walk around, talk about some of the machinery, some of the machinery choices. I mean, the first machine that we're physically seeing here is a Massey. It's not the only Massey we see. So what causes you to buy Masseys in New Zealand?
Probably a few different reasons. Reliability, they're pretty simple sort of tractor. They were priced right, and from a resale point of view, it's something that's set up for, whether we buy them with a loader frame. We don't even operate these ones with loaders, but we buy them with a loader frame, so it's set up for resale pretty much. So
I've noticed a good few tractors with loader frames about. That must be a common enough thing.
Yeah. So they're pretty common. A loader tractor is very common on a New Zealand farm. There's not a lot of telehandlers operated on farms, so
same story again with Massey. You've had on a 4-rotor rake. There seems to be a lot of rakes and headers now. I'm not even going to ask you how many you have, but
I couldn't probably tell you.
And you're all into these newer style rakes now. I'm not seeing that many older models about now.
We've got a few. We've got 4700 and 4900 classes, but no, they're going well. They definitely are.
There's a big class influence here. Yeah, is class where it is for you?
We get looked after very well. Good dealership and
right
good
beside you, like. Now, if I was going to say what I have seen online over the years, this kind of a thing here is what I would associate the name Quigley with.
We like our baling. We've been baling for 20 years. That's what we started with, and I guess sort of just built from there. But so the 300 horsepower sort of Fendt range we've got, with Fendt and a couple of Masseys in there, are on the large square balers, effluent tankers, cultivation, drilling, sort of do the bigger work.
Effluent tankers, is that a big veen house, am I right in saying? Or?
Yeah, we've got two veen house tankers.
I was out videoing the other day myself. It was actually a big Massey, and she was on a class quadrant. You seem to have a lot of those, and then you have your big pack. This is more a straw baler?
Yeah, so we can run these in silage, but our silage we do here is quite green, sort of 30-35% dry matter, and it's the class baler seems to handle that pretty well. So that's we've got 6 class quadrants and 6 of these Krone big packs.
We would just, in terms of back home, this is not wanting to be shot by a manufacturer or anyone here, but we just see these as straw guzzling machines.
The density, the weight we get in these bales. This is an 8-string bale, an HDB2. And the density is huge.
This is what I really, really like. compared to home. And I've noticed this, and I talked about this in the last video I even did with the wagon. We're getting onto our old UK style pickup hitches. We're coming right down low, drawbars down low, everything's in the way.
Yep.
That to me is just right.
Yeah.
So is that an applicator up on there?
Yeah, so we run a hay inoculant, so we can use hay inoculant through these machines. So we'll fill up inoculant in the morning and then use it where we need to.
And what's the purpose of the tube wrapper? Is it better than wrapping individually, or cheaper, or?
So just cheaper, less plastic, higher capacity. There is a bit of a trend here more to individual bales. So people sort of heading to more individual bales just from a feed quality point of view and storage space. So we've got operate four tube wrappers in this business, and we've had 4 for years.
There's another just another Massey, everybody. Just another wee Massey pulling. Oh, sorry, 2 Masseys sitting in there hiding.
Yeah. They
and here's the big girl. I think I seen this working at the weekend there. Is that the 90 or the one? No, that's the 90.
120.
That's the 120. I seen the 120 and the 90 working at the weekend. I didn't think there were many Volvos in New Zealand. I kind of thought New Zealand was still very much a JCB country.
Yeah, a bit of a change for us.
So I thought.
It's the 120 is just a bit more weight to keep up with the forages, and we do enjoy the Volvos. To be fair, they've both got their pluses, but yeah, you're either a JCB or a Volvo man.
Hold on here now. So, okay. So you cover your stack.
Yep. So normally I have covers on the front and then covers on the back as well.
Weighbridge?
Yep.
And you've that all on a dolly trailer, and
yep.
Your shovel can take it behind. So a lot of what you're doing in New Zealand is buying and selling of forage. So I can farm, milk my cows, work out that I need, say, 200 tonne of silage, 150 tonne or 300 tonne or 500 tonne of maize silage, ring this man up, ask him what that would cost me. He finds it, sources it, grows it with another farmer or whatever, cuts it, puts it in my yard, wherever I want it, sheets it, and then has his weighbridge to weigh every load in to tell me exactly what he delivered. Is that the absolute nutshell of what can happen?
Yeah. So
that's a dark green tractor.
Yeah, it's a different shade of colour, eh?
There is a little rumour going around, New Zealand here at the minute that you've bought a couple of these dark green ones.
You've got a few in the fleet, a few more coming. So
there's another one there. I actually seen this one mowing at the weekend.
Oh yeah,
was running real nice. What reason did you go to John Deere?
We originally were John Deere. We like the Green Star. We like the auto steer. That's a bit of a plus for us.
Yeah, up to 7,000s now. I see up on the top of that one.
The John Deere GPS system's pretty simple and pretty reliable. Just spreading our risk a wee bit of having all one brand with Fendt and Massey related just to one dealership. We sort of find that by having 2 brands, it's and spreading the risk.
Whoa, what's he got behind? So is this guy going off to work and then he takes his Jeep with him?
Yeah.
Is that another common thing?
Very common in New Zealand this year. Yeah, that's our A-frame on the ute, so seems to work pretty well. We haven't got inside yet. So you obviously there's a little bit of drilling going on here. So yeah,
there's a horse sitting there ready to go out. Are they going out today to work or?
Yeah, they will be. Yep. It's the same thing again. They take their tractor and drill out, and they'll take their ute normally with fuel and tools on it, and they can go home at night, leave the machine out on the job. So
a familiar name.
Yep.
Good old Smith.
We've actually got 2 of these. 2 more new ones coming, so there's I
had heard a little rumour now, and not that I would be connected there at all in the Smith world, I was chatting to different ones and they said it's nearly all trucks in this part of the world down in the Canterbury Plains. So for people who don't understand, where I'm stood here in the middle is literally hundreds of kilometres of dead flat as a pancake land, sort of as you run up and down, am I right?
Yep.
And you're literally working on irrigated land,
Yeah.
That's what's allowed this area to become so intensive in farming.
Yeah.
And it is intensive, and it's dairy,
Yeah.
and more dairy.
Like obviously quite a bit of arable as well, and vegetable on good land, but on the free draining soil, a lot of irrigation, a lot of cows.
So this is all workshop.
Yep.
So what happens in here? I see a truck in there. Is that just like everything that goes wrong?
Yeah, anything that goes wrong, it normally ends up in there. Once every 2 weeks, the trucks are all through. Each truck's through every day. You know, there's a schedule, so they'll roll through for a service.
This is my first time coming in.
Oh yeah.
Coming into this shed, and wow. So we are kind of at the end of grass season here, really, in New Zealand.
Yep.
I think with the wetter winter, it has maybe, I don't want to say trailed on a bit longer than normal, but there's still bits and pieces.
Yeah, so 25th of March we start maize. So yeah, just preparing machines. So at the moment there's there's probably 2 forages out now with grass. So we run 3 870 forages. 2 of them are out with grass at the moment, and then this one will be starting to get changed to maize. So April's normally our maize season month here we do, and normally through that period we've got 2 in maize and 1 in grass. I want to talk about this here.
6330.
I've got 2 of them. We've had them since new. They've done 16,000 hours now. They're raking and tedding is what they do.
You'll never sell them.
No, I don't want to sell them at all. They go pretty good, to be fair.
So you like your Scania trucks?
Yep.
Why Scania trucks? Do you feel they're a better truck? Do you feel they're stronger? Or are you like me, bit of a brand snob?
Yeah.
For Scania?
We started, our first truck we bought was a 113 360.
Oh, okay.
So once you've had a 113 360, you sort of fall in love with Scania, to be fair. Yeah, so there's a bit of a passion for Scania trucks. We'd always probably prefer Scania. It's just at times pretty expensive and probably harder to get into. So we've got a mixture of Scania
and this is a 54-ton combination, and
Yep.
it's over 9 axles. It's not even like what I would call rigid and drag back home. This is rigid dolly trailer. So that just looks so complicated to me, but your boys promise me it's not as awkward as you think.
No.
But I'm just glad there's like 10 acres of space out there to get a straight line in.
Yeah, you do need some space. We built these trucks with very, very lightweight decks, and yeah, for the purpose of carrying as many tons as possible.
And your silage bins go up on here.
Yep.
And on the back, so you would at times cart double.
Yeah. So we carry, we can pretty much carry 30 tonne of bulk silage legally. Yeah. So.
But you're obviously thinking there's a place for trailers as well when you have a couple of trailers coming.
We sort of think that we could sort of run four trailers, tractors and trailers, especially in maize. We run a silage bagger, like an ag bagger, and it does suit the tractor and trailer so much better than trucks. So closer carts will use tractors and trailers, and the longer distance carts we'll use the truck and trailers. But like we could have a truck and trailer cart, we could have 10 of these units on one cart, and we could be carting 60 kilometres one way. So it's just a distance thing that why we have the trucks.
So there's a real need for potentially both.
Yeah.
But even if you do go down the route of a few trailers, like like Smith trailers, it's still not going to do away with the trucks.
No, we could have one forager running with six tractors and trailers, 7. We've got the loader wagons as well, got four large loader wagons. So we could get up to sort of 6, 8, 10 tractors and trailers effectively next to one forager. And then we could have the other 2 foragers with 5 or 6 trucks each.
Is it easier to get guys to drive tractors and trailers, do you think, than potentially trucks?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to say, certainly for the young lads, say, coming out of Ireland or England, Scotland, Wales, that's watching the likes of the video, Quigley's coming over, not every one of them's going to have had their truck licence at this stage, so a tractor and trailer's maybe an option for them.
Yeah, so definitely easier to get tractor and trailer, someone to drive tractor and trailer over a truck, and it's just a time period of getting the licence, so there is plenty of work there. It's easy to, there's always a position sort of available.
Because your licence transfers apparently, so apparently I could jump into this and away I go for up to a year or something, and then you have to do
I think you're right. I think once you got class one.
Whoa. Sorry, just more action in the background. This place is unreal. This was a good time to come in the morning when everybody's getting revved up here. So this is just the other side of the shed that we started at with the Massey. So what else have we in here? We have a McHale.
Yep.
We have an 828 here with a front mower on. Not really sure what.
I don't know why it's only got a front mower on.
Yeah. How many class balers do you have?
Yeah, so we've got 6 class
6?
5300s, yeah. Yep.
And there's a 5300 where it's at?
So these do predominantly silage. Silage and a bit of straw, but we use them, and we bale a lot of silage with them.
And does the nodders and all give as much? Because that's what people always tell me at home, and maybe these newer balers aren't so bad now.
Oh, I think that all nodders can give trouble. It's just programming. It's just having them finely tuned. Once you get to know these balers, they're pretty simple. But no, the class balers do go well for us.
You've bought a Pottinger, I do believe.
Yeah, I bought a Pottinger belt baler. Variable chamber.
Yeah.
Yep, combination. And we love the Fusion.
Well, I mean, a Fusion is a Fusion.
A Fusion's a Fusion. We've got a demand here from our customers as far as having variable chamber, trying to get more weight in the bale. So we've got one Pottinger on board now.
And you didn't look at the McHale variable chamber?
We'd sort of run them before, and we thought we'd give something else a go.
That's fair. Yeah. That's a very diplomatic answer.
Yeah.
And this is different. We do not run anything like this at home.
You don't tip them?
No.
Yeah.
Don't think we could, because we don't have flat land.
No. So the end tipping here is just purely to drop the bale on the stalkier ground. We have quite stalkier, like products like Lucerne. So by tipping them on the end, we have less puncturing.
You're not piercing.
Yeah. That's the reason why we run end tip. Yep, so we run these Massey balers, 2270s in straw and hay only, so they sort of run equivalently with the Krones. Yep, they do good.
Are they a good baler?
They're very simple. It's not quite as big a density as what the Krones get, but they're very good balers. They've all got their place. There's not one baler that's perfect.
Have you ever tried the case? They do a lot of talking about the new case baler at home.
Yep. We've demoed the case baler, and I think it's probably I'd say it's probably it's definitely up there, and maybe it's more capable of baling everything. So that's definitely a baler to watch.
So this is one thing I've noticed about you, Andrew, just that you've bought machines. I'm not going to mention the brands because we'll not let anybody on the outside get political, but you've said to me things like, well, actually, I do think that's maybe a slightly better product, but the reason I've bought that is because, 1, the dealer, 2, the backup and the service. So obviously that's an important issue, which we know around the world is, but is that more a business head or or is that experience?
You just know that, we just know what works. We've got certain machinery here that mightn't be as good as other stuff, but when it breaks down, we're going within 2 hours. The parts are always on hand. So I think that when you're a contractor in New Zealand and you're miles away from everywhere, you're very reliant on your dealer having the parts. So we make our decision of machinery purchasing on the back of that. So that pays pretty high.
So there may well be a product there that you're like, you know what, that may be a slightly better product, but this suits us because I have X amount of mechanics. They know every nut and bolt inside out on it. Keep that machine going, bang, bang, bang. And that means you're always open to change. If the dealer or importer or whatever can convince you they can give you that backup or service, potentially.
I think every baler manufacturer has its day in the sun, and I think Case probably it is its day in the sun at the moment.
You see a lot of 828s.
Yep. They've been pretty good. They're very versatile size tractor for us. They're starting to get up in the hours, so a lot of these have been sold. And they're up at 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 hours, some are up at 9, but they have been very good,
So this is just one shed behind us. So I've seen the workshop, and out behind the workshop there's loads of gear sitting as well. So we're just walking down. We're going to try and get in below. So again, some heavy duty tillage equipment. Oh, feels like home now. I'm walking on water.
Yeah, you brought it with you. Normally doesn't rain so much in this
Oh,
country.
you have a big Xerion.
Yep.
Oh, man, alive. Look at that baby. You've it well weighted up there by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's 26 tonne as it sits.
What?
26 tonne as it sits, yeah.
Have you ever considered that on a clamp?
Yeah, we have, yeah. We just don't have big enough clamps, but yes, we have.
For shear.
Yeah, and the four-wheel steer thing, you can crab steer.
That would be cool. Wow.
Yeah.
I was at the Lama show and there was a tandem axle, one of those Veenhouse Dutch made, I do believe, tankers. Yep. And I told the guy I wanted to guess the price of it. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how far out I was because I thought I knew that sort of a thing, but I was far out on the price of it. And this is a big tri-axle with is that 24 metre? That might be more actually, I don't know.
It is 24.
Vogelsgang dribble bar. And they are serious bit of kit.
This one here.
But one of the reasons I ended up stopping at the tanker to look at it was we'd been looking around different products at the show, myself and another guy, and we were studying welding. And we stopped at the Veenhouse tanker and we were like, these welds are so good.
Yeah.
They were really well put together. I didn't think slurry was as big a thing here.
So the majority of the slurry goes out through the irrigation systems. But they have like settling ponds to settle the solids, so once a year we'll go in and clean out the settling pond. So no, not as big a thing as what it is at home for you. But
yeah, it's not like, because we are real. That is a big bit of kit. How big a bit is this of the business? Is that a feasible question? Like, is this whole buying, trading, selling, is this massive?
yeah, it is a big part of our business. Yeah.
Like, is it? I'm not asking numbers.
Yeah.
But is it? If your contracting business is this stone here,
Yeah.
is it a similar size stone, or is it this stone?
I'd say it's probably that stone. It isn't. No, the contracting's probably the biggest part of it, but that's it would
Okay, so there's our reference.
That's the
20,
contracting.
25%.
Yeah, 25% of the business is trading. Yeah. There you go.
But you have something I seen the other day, because you had guys around looking at this. Now, I've never seen this before. I am about as clueless can be on this. But you can dry the hay.
Yeah.
It's intense, it's loud. There has to be a lot of energy involved in the drying of it. So what I'm getting at is it has to cost money to dry it.
Yeah.
So it has to pay.
It does cost. It costs us around $10, $12 a bale, somewhere around that $10, $12 a bale to dry a bale. But it would cost us more. In a lot of cases, it's going to cost us more leaving it in the field and tedding and waffling it. It's a 5-cylinder Scania. So it's a Scania engine, isn't it?
Like a marine type engine nearly.
Yeah, it was industrial Scania, which I didn't realise they made, but I was driving a very big fan.
Yes, driving a very big fan. And this must stay open when it's working.
Yep.
Because that needs full lit attention. Why do we have to do this?
Just because it rains all the time.
It does actually rain quite a bit, but the ground's never really wet.
Nah, it's just hard to get it dry enough, and with the high density bales of today, it's getting more and more challenging.
Oh, this is a great way to see it. This was very busy the last day I was in here. So you've 6 pipes coming out of in there, essentially, all coming down to these probes. These probes right down into that, and when you put your hand in, you can feel the air being forced through. And am I right in saying you're looking at like 4 degrees of a drop. Is that what you're sort of aiming for?
Yeah, so the bales are going in here at 20% pretty much and coming out at 12 to 14% moisture in 10 minutes.
And then they come through onto a cooling floor.
Yep, and then we've just put this cooling floor in. So we blow cool air through the bales to cool them down.
And this is a hot ticket. Like this is valuable.
Combine goes through, shakes the grass seed out, and we bale the byproduct. And this is a valuable product. Yeah.
And who's buying this?
This is going to dairy farmers typically all over New Zealand. So we are sending this at the moment into the Waikato. Last year this was all full. Everything you saw was absolute chocker. We got some seconds of straw and stuff that's carryover from last year.
And have you a market for all types of straw? Because like we all know, a lot of guys when they stack straw, your top bales, your side bales, all get a little bit, what's the word?
Yeah, damaged.
Are yucky looking.
Yeah.
But can you, so I can see like, and there's a little bit of a pile there which obviously is like seconds. So is there somewhere for that? Does that get shredded down?
To the bulk.
Look at this here, big man. That's a cab over. I feel like singing the song Convoy. that's a true cab over. So there he's away off with his dolly. So he's back loaded with straw now.
Yeah, he's heading to the Waikato.
He's heading to the Waikato with a load of your straw. So obviously this is outgrown what you can handle at a personal level in terms of day-to-day operations with the number of staff. So you and I had a great chat about this, and this is what I've been quite open about the other night, even in our smaller maybe GRASSMEN business, about the importance of trying to build that team around you to make decisions. And we were talking about the way I did it with a leadership team, and I said, to be honest, I know it's all, everything structured slightly differently, but I got the feeling that it was quite similar. You have to, as I always say, you have to weigh in to buy. You have to weigh in to buy in. You have to be able to have an opinion. You have to be able to see a thing through. So you've got some really good people in there that I was chatting to, but you'll also let them make some of the decisions.
Yeah.
How did you find that transition? Because I struggled.
Yeah. Yeah.
I genuinely struggled.
I think it was probably the hardest thing the first few years of bringing managers on board to help look after your baby. Like, there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion that I have for the business, or any owner has for their business, and to let someone else play with your toys in the sandpit as such is really hard and difficult at times. But you learn to adapt and grow, and they're all very good. We're very, very lucky, and the business wouldn't be what it is today without them.
Well, look, Andrew, thank you very much for a tour around, and we just love looking at tackle, and we love trying to pick inside the brains of people who have started chasing their dream one day and never then worked out when to stop. They just keep her lit the whole time. They always say once you stop it's not the same or slow down, but what's your thoughts? Do you need to keep her lit, or do you consolidate, or do you just?
I guess it's just maintaining and keeping going what we're doing, and looking for other opportunities to sort of build our business. In the last 20 years, what's got us to where we are won't be what gets us to 40 years. They'll have to look at things differently.
I agree fully, yeah.
But no, we'll keep the pressure on. We're pretty motivated. We're still doing a lot of work and pretty happy with how things are going, to be fair.
And I hope many more years of success. And New Zealand is in my eyes a wonder story. It's a new country, let's be honest, it's a new country. The growth that it seems to have experienced, and then there's the likes of yourself showing how it's done, as have other contractors. Let's be honest, it's this area has been good for contractors. I think in general. Yeah,
I think New Zealand is and farming's prospered over the last 20 years as a whole. There's been some low points, but I think contractors in general across New Zealand would have supported that industry pretty well, and done pretty good in return.
Fantastic.